Welcome to this video. I'm playing Lord Jim again. Played him a couple of times before. The national master Bosch from the Netherlands. The mastermind behind the SOS books. Secrets of Opening Surprises. And we get him, Caro Kann. Advanced variation. Yeah, it looks like a fairly solid affair for black. I've I had developed my bishop to f5 to avoid getting it trapped in the pawn chain, and it's a very solid structure. Yeah, knight h4 would be interesting. Try to get this knight exchanged. Takes, queen takes, but you can play knight e1, and then it looks rather silly on h4. If I go c5, he might play c4. I'm not sure that this is the right way to play. It seems wrongly timed to me, this opening up the center. I think I should first complete development. Interesting. Well, yeah, he simply prevents this idea. Knight h4. Okay, I think I'll try to support c5 further. Now c5. Yeah, I don't. I really cannot play it without c5. Okay. Yeah, the knight on d7 is a problem piece. I think I should spend the time, reroute it, so that it can go to c6. On d7 it's doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And if I get to c6, I have intensified the pressure against d4. Yes, he needs to do that at some stage, but I'm not sure if it's good here.
Check.
Now I can play this with the check even. Very often g4, knight h4, white retreats the knight somewhere and tries to prove that it is offside on h4. Now I was able to exchange it. Yeah, here we go, knight c6. And yeah, this looks fairly solid. I don't think I should have any big problems. Yeah, I can try for b4, but I'm not sure that it's really so terrible. Okay, I'll go for rook h8. Yeah, at some moment I must have spent lots of time. I'm far behind on the clock without really knowing why or at what stage I spent so much time. Yeah, but how to play now? b5, I have knight a5, which is not a big issue. I always have knight c4, even as a pawn sec. I cannot take because of a3, this is clear. f6 maybe, yeah. So that on b5 I can play knight d8 to f7. Yeah, maybe. It's not bad. Knight f7 to increase the play against e5. Okay, a4, a5. Huh? He wants to get this into the mix. Okay, maybe take bishop c5. Whew. This might lose lots of time. Yeah, still. He's not recapturing immediately. Is there some alternative? Yeah, maybe. Maybe A4, I have E4. Well, I think he should just recapture. Interesting. I'm not sure at all what he's thinking about. Okay. Yeah, here I thought that everything else fails. I can take on F2, but probably this isn't right. Anyway, I can also just get the rook here and attack F2. Knight F7 will come. I think he should have just taken on C5. I could have taken on F2. Queen takes rook H2. Now he has prevented that. Okay, but I need to make sure not to lose on time. Okay, this is probably a bad move. Probably it is a bad move because rook d1. There are sacrifices on d5. My king position. Okay. Okay, I'll take this chance now. Queen takes, rook h2. Bishop takes, rook takes. Okay, but what now? Rook e2 probably. Then I'll just retreat and he can take on d5. Very tricky game. Maybe on rook e2 I should just play g5. He's grabbing there immediately. But what is the threat? Is he threatening to mate me? I don't see it. No, I don't see it at the moment. I just take it. And now probably a king move somewhere. Or if I take queen takes, king e8, probably e6. I'm not sure. I'd like to get the king out of it to b8. Down on 35 seconds. He cannot go bishop e3 because of rook takes. Difficult position. Attacking e5, but hard to play.
Time warning.
Mate here. I'm mate on b7, so. I can just take it.
Check. Check. White forfeits on time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't really look at the time at all. And I have no idea what this position is. How to evaluate. Yeah, well, I played g6 at some stage, and this is, if it weren't for g6, I can probably take it. I mean, I can take it anyway. And yeah, both kings are very, very wide open. Probably something like this. Just take it. Yeah, I can go here.
Check.
Yeah, well, hard to say. We both spent enormous amount of time, and around here I'm worse. I'm pretty sure this looks very dangerous. Probably I had my chance somewhere before. Maybe here. Here I think black is better. I'm an exchange up, and it's not clear what he has. Rook d8 is a good one according to the computer. Rook d8 and possibly going to d4, something like this. And now even exchange.
Check.
Exchange sack. Queen e7. Yeah, very difficult. I mean, this is basically a crapshoot with that little time on the clock. But, I'd like to quickly have a look at this position. I thought he should just take. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah. Just taking and any move like this. Yeah, now it's a very tricky position. He can even play f4. Bad piece. I mean, it's fairly complicated. You cannot say that white is winning easily, but white is better. He played this one. Here I missed my chance. Rook takes f3. And then
check.
Rook f8. This is strong. Yeah, this is strong. Exposing the king. Like that. Yeah, that's very strong. Black is just winning here. Okay, I went here. And this is very very dangerous. He can now take on d5. Yeah, very complicated game. Alright, thanks for watching.